Good morning, friends. How is everyone today? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining me. It is crazy beastly hot today. I am loving it so much. We had a great thunder and lightning show and storm last night. Luckily, there was no damage or any tornadoes that they were predicting, so everyone was safe. And I could just be enjoying the electricity in the air. I don't know how you guys feel about storms, but I love storms. I love a lot about life. And I love my mug. Look at it actually was a candle. And when it was done, someone suggested I use it for a coffee mug because they know how much I love and coffee. And while that is a fantastic idea in theory, it's the hottest. It doesn't have the right makeup to be a coffee mug because it burns my hands, but I do it anyway. Because I love and this and the whole thing, the whole story around that so much. The repurposing, the thoughtfulness, the knowing what I was like, it just makes me feel happy. Anyway, can you tell I'm a little lit up this morning? I just took my first sip of coffee, so it's not caffeine. I really woke up this morning with the thought coming through, today's the day. Today's the day. Not every day do I feel this lit up. In fact, I've been in kind of a slower, peaceful, quiet stage the last few days. I like to look at it that way instead of like the alternative, which is I was kind of down in the dumps. And sometimes I like to be down in the dumps. It's kind of cozy down there and you can just be like, oh, woe is me. I can't figure anything out. And I can't force myself out of those stages. And I'm being reminded of that today because today I woke up not feeling like that, getting ready for a day ahead that could be filled with delights and surprises. So even though I know that we have the choice, it's not that simple sometimes. It's not just making the change with your mouth and your thoughts. You have to really feel it. So sometimes it's not possible to go from being down in the dumps to feeling super happy and joyful. Like that's faking it. That's like fake it till you make it or a different way of being. And that's not what I'm talking about. So for me, I allow myself to be in the down in the dumps and to just really be sad. And also in those states, I also remember to be grateful, right? So I'm doing a combination of both. And it allows for all to be okay. Like the yin and the yang, the right and the wrong, all of it to be acceptable. For me to be sad about not having certain things the way I think I want them, and also be excited for what must be coming that'll be better than ever, right? Better than I imagined, perhaps. And that's really what I'm here to assist myself and the world with, just change of perspective, the choice we have in our moments, really tapping into that. And I was really honored the other day, or humbled perhaps, when someone said to me, a client, do you have a mantra for this particular thing that she's working on? She's like, you have a way with words. And I thought, that's really special. Like, thank you for asking. And I appreciate the compliment. I am more intentional than ever with my words. I realize the impact I have on the world and on my own state of being with my words. So I have learned, it's been years of a process because I've been a very impatient person. And I've also had my own ways of showing up in the world that weren't necessarily my highest. Still learning and growing, right? Still on that path. And I've come a long way, and I really celebrate that. I look at every interaction as an opportunity to speak from my heart, to see the other person not as someone I'm trying to teach or change their mind or anything like that, but just like show up as myself in the moment and then allow for how they're meant to be receiving it to just be. So, in the case of the mantra request, I didn't give a mantra. In fact, it was really more along the lines of how I speak to myself and how I congratulate myself in the process of recognizing I want to change and I want to create a new story. And, every time we catch ourselves in an old pattern, old way of being, old way of thinking, and we recognize, oh my gosh, I'm not that person anymore. I don't want to behave like that. Or someone like does something to us and we feel that moment of like, I could just like, but I'm not. I'm going to choose differently this time. How do I want to be? How do I want to be? How do I want to show up in the world in this moment? Whenever we have those moments, that's the shifting of the stories, the patterns, the beliefs. And so it's really just what I offered to this particular person was just the idea to say, oh my gosh, in this moment, how do I want to react differently? How do I want to say my story is from this point forward? What's the message today for me in this moment? Little by little, incremental shifts in being, shifts in the way we show up in the world. For me, that's not always how I want it. I want like big leaps and big changes, and I want to be all healed already, right? And there's the reminder as well, like congratulate yourself in the process, celebrate the little wins too. I just reflect for a moment back on when I was parenting, and it was so easy for me to be excited for my child for doing the littlest things, right? Let's do that for ourselves when we're evolving or changing or doing new things, right? It's all new, no matter what age. It's all growth opportunities. So be more gentle with ourselves. Take more of an attitude of, I can be different. I am being different. Today's the day. Surprise and delight me. And then when those days are harder, what's interesting for me is when my days are harder, I do have such a great support system, even though sometimes I wonder if I do. I do. We all do. We all have what we need when we're able to sit in it for a minute and look around and accept the help and the love. Yeah. Whew. Anyway, so today's the day. How are you gonna show up today? What surprises and delights will you enjoy? For me, it's this amazing coffee. I also was gifted an opening in my favorite massage therapist schedule, and they called me to say, hey, do you want to come in? She takes like 3 months to get into. So I jumped on that opportunity. So I'm going to be enjoying the treat. My body will be rejuvenated with touch today and a infrared sauna, really treating myself lovingly and kindly with those services. So, and then later tonight, I get to sail. I get to be out on the water with like-minded people who enjoy sunshine and blue skies and water. So that's how I'm going to enjoy my day. Work will come and go in between. And as with all of us, we have to balance it, right? So may you find balance in your day, surprise and delight. And I really appreciate you being here with me. And I'm sending you so much love today and always. Feel into that. And I really appreciate you. Have a great day.